Hello world. Here I have a new guitar. I'm a big fan of Andy Timmons, but I've never purchased any of his gear before until now. What you see here is a 2014 AT100 CL made in Japan guitar. They've been in production since 2009 and still in production. So this is going to be a talking video because there's plenty of like playing videos online. But when I went to get I was interested in this guitar. I couldn't find one locally to try, so I blindly bought one online, and I tried to find information online. I couldn't find it, so maybe this will clarify a few things. If any future buyers are looking for something like this, and they have this information. Just a sneak peek. If you're interested in tones in the future, something I'm building off on the side, that'll be a separate video. Back to the guitar, I'm going to zoom in and just talk about some of the features and things like that. So here on the pickups, Andy uses the cruisers in the neck and middle position. They're both bridge models, so they're harder, which is available on this particular guitar. It also has the treble bleed circuit that Andy talks about a lot. That's also included in this. I don't know if that's consistent with all the years since back in 2009, but at least for the 2014 model, it does have that. Looking at the neck quickly, zooming in, it's a really nice neck. It's quarter sawn. The frets, 22 frets, they're not super jumbo like the RG type of frets that you expect from an Ibanez. It's like a medium jumbo, which is nice. No concerns with that. Some folks have observed in the past that the thickness of the guitar, in terms of at least the width, it's on the smaller side. You can be the judge of that yourself. On the specs sheets, it says it's the width, the nut width, it's about 40.5 millimeters. So it is on the small side. I think Fender is around 41. At least a modern C is 41. Floored roses range from 41 to 43. So it's on a little bit on the smaller side, but no, does that make a difference when you play? I don't know. One observation also that some folks have seen is that maybe on the low E string, because it's close to the edge, when you try to do any kind of like bending on it, there's a chance that it may fall off the edge. I don't have that issue. Andy does not have that issue. And based on what you see here, I think there's plenty of distance between the string and the edge, and that shouldn't be a concern. The other thing that when I sort of hesitated because I didn't know much about the guitar is the sort of the profile of the neck and the thickness. So I look at the profile of the neck on here. I equate this neck to be very similar to a modern C Fender neck. There's some slight differences, but not substantial. So if you like Fender C necks, this is probably a good neck for you. The thickness in terms of at the first fret, it measures about 21 millimeters, which is very similar to a Fender C. The only when it sort of changes is near the 12th fret. At the 12th fret, we're looking at a thickness of 23 millimeters. So I think the Fender C is about 22. So it's a tad thicker, but I don't feel it, and it feels like very, very comfortable to me. It's not as thick as the Ibanez AZ. If you guys are familiar with the AZ models, they're a little chunkier. So this is almost like in between an AZ and a Fender C, which makes this great. I think it's fine. The other thing I wanted to note maybe is the radius of the neck. It's 12 inches. It's not compound. I think it's consistently 12-inch radius across the fretboard, which is not, it's flatter, so it's good for many different styles. What else did I want to note? The body. See, I'm going to flip it around quickly, and I'll show you the body back here. All-access neck joint, typical of Ibanez. No difference there. Although this looks like a Strat, I find that the thickness and the shape of the body itself, it's very similar to an RG, right? And maybe some slight contours in terms of the horns and things like that. It looks and feels like an RG, okay? And the weight of it on this particular one is about 78 pounds. So it's not super heavy, but it's very comfortable to play. It's well balanced. And that's it, right? The tuners are typical. They're not locking, which is fine. They seem to stay in tune fine. So this is great. The only thing, last thing maybe I wanted to mention is the bridge. It's a Wilkinson made by Goto. It's set up in the factory to be very stiff. I think Andy likes that, to be extremely stiff. You can't flutter it, right? You can only pull up slightly, and it's really stiff to be able to do that as well. So just a FYI, but you can always change that to your own preferences. So hopefully that works for you. If you have any questions about the guitar or anything else, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.